Chanel's Reality. Today, I've decided that I wanted to make lasagna. I made some banana pudding earlier, in my earlier video, for my little sis. Love her. Shout out to Carmen and Royo. Um, she's going to be in the hospital next week. And I just want to make sure she knows that we love her, that I love her, and we support her. So I'm shouting you out, Carmen. Anyway, so if you have never been here before, welcome. If you're returning, love y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Everything said on Chanel's Reality is, in my opinion, it is for entertainment purposes only. And all alleged, even though we just talking about lasagna. So to me, the best lasagna has 3 types of meat. You can have some chorizo, but that's more of like a Mexican one or a more Spanish desired outcome. I always, at the bare minimum, add Italian sausage and ground beef. Some people, when they're making their ground beef, I will never understand this, but they will put oil in the pan first. Or even if they're making like lasagna, not lasagna, but just some other type of, I've seen them do it a lot with like nachos and stuff. And I'm like, well, ground beef makes its own grease. So I don't really understand that. But I like to use Italian sausage because it has a good flavor. And then also too, it will, for whatever reason, soak up all this oil that this ground beef has. And I really suggest this because it makes your life so much easier than trying to do it with like a fork. Making these dime-sized pieces of meat. And they probably need to be smaller than dime size for lasagna. Today, I don't have any ricotta cheese, so we'll be making it with some mozzarella. Mozzarella. And so I have this cooking on low. You can cook it as fast as you want, but I feel like if you cook it at a higher temperature, you'll get bigger, a little more stubborn pieces of meat that don't want to kind of break down to smaller bites of meat. And with lasagna, you want it to be smaller bites of meat. You could also, if you have a Ninja or a blender or whatever at home, you can put part of it in the blender. Just make sure it's kind of cold, and it'll ground it down to the groundest ground beef you ever seen in your whole lifetime. But I wouldn't do all ground beef like that because you do want it to look like ground beef. But I do that like when I make homemade red beans and rice or something. I will put it, but I'm usually putting it in the blender because it chops up the beans and it makes it a little bit smaller. And it makes what I call like a bean gravy. So, anyway. So inside of here, I have some onions, some green peppers, some yellow and red peppers. You have a husband like I have, he don't really want to see the onions and the bell peppers. And I'm like, that's food for life. You put an onion and a bell pepper in something and it's going to taste good unless you just don't understand the assignment. That's all I can say. But yeah, you're going to make it down to the smallest little pieces of meat as possible. And I'm just getting this knife out so I can make sure all of the beef, even the one that's stuck on here and the onions, are inside of the pot. So we want all of this to taste good, not some of it. Also, I want to spray my little cooking dish here, because you don't want that to stick, right? Spray this. And I just used olive oil. You can stick this right here. Something else I want to comment. So these are all of the seasonings I'm going to use. Over here with me. So I have some oven ready lasagna. You could use regular lasagna. It gives me the blues because I'm trying to get them all in there, make sure they're all cooked and al dente to the same. But these work just the same, in my opinion. Some tomato sauce. I think you need probably 2 cans of this because I just don't like dry lasagna. I'm probably gonna put too much cheese. This is a little tomato paste type of deal. Let me see. I probably could show you. Yeah, it's one of these to kind of make it a little bit thicker. And then I am going to add tomato paste as well. I put on here, slap your mama. This lady is just like a little garlic herb mix, some onion powder, some Italian seasoning, garlic and parsley, and then Himalayan salt. This could be dangerous, so don't use too much of it. Some ground black pepper. So we're gonna take these over here and go ahead with a little bit of seasoning. Oh, and you're gonna need something to drain the ground beef if there is any grease accumulating. Now I'm gonna put the sauce, I'm gonna put that inside of my meat. Yep. I try not to open up anything like this tomato sauce. Well, that's right. Yeah, I guess this is a good look. All right. And make sure to have a tasting spoon or fork. You want to taste it. So right now it looks like it has a little bit of brown. Looks like it has some oil in here. So I'm gonna drain it in a few minutes. Just let it cook a little more and then I'll drain it. Have you ever made like a veggie? What is happening? See, I got stuff on my clothes. What is happening? Sorry. And I can't find my aprons either. Don't get me started. It's annoying. Where the hell is all my from the fire? Anyway, don't get me started. It's annoying. And even though I'm suggesting this, these can break. So I would say get 2 of them if you see them at the store. I just want to get all of the onions, bell peppers, all of that good stuff off. All right. So I did want to drain it, but I'm not. I'm gonna let it just I'm just gonna let it be because it's not a ton of grease in here. Let me just let it be. And I could change my mind because I'm a woman and I reserve the right to change my mind whenever I get ready. So you don't have to like it. It is what it is. What did I say this is? Chanel's reality. I'm Chanel and this is my reality. All right. So I am going to go ahead and open up the cans of, where is the can opener, people? Okay. That's what I've been talking about. Where the hell is it? Found my can opener. So I'm going to go ahead and add. I'm going to open this up and then I'm going to add it to this. If y'all hear something, it's my dog because he is being needy right now. He hears me talking and so therefore he feels as though he should be able to join in. And I cannot with him right now. So I opened up a can of tomato sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and add that to the pan that I have here. Alright. So no idea what they've done with all of my spoons. It's just like, where are they? It's so annoying. I love my family. I love my family. I love my family. It's so annoying. I just can't find what I need when I need it. I'm gonna go ahead and add my little tomato pasty. Oh, and I bought some. I think I have some already. Some tomato paste. See? Somebody has done something with my damn tomato paste. Like, I don't even understand. I found some tomato paste. This isn't exactly what I was looking for, but whoever used it made it sticky, and I don't like that. It's annoying. I like things that are closed up properly. Maybe I have the rest of my tomato paste in the refrigerator. We're just gonna hope for that, okay? Since my dog is acting like he's dying, I'm gonna go let him out. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Sorry. I know I'm in here cooking, and I had to leave because my dog is acting like he dying, so I had to let him out. And I'm also looking for some tomato paste that I can't seem to find. I only found that little bit that I just squeezed into this, but I feel like I bought a can of tomato paste. I'm telling y'all, the people in my house, they just don't want me to be great. I don't understand it. They don't want me to be great. I don't get it. I don't. Let me see. Hopefully I put some tomato paste into a little container and put it in the refrigerator. lasagna guys decided to shine their face on me, honey. I found some tomato paste and some Parmesan cheese that I was going to buy some more at the store. So now I know I don't need to buy anymore. So I'm going to take this tomato paste, which is about a can, roughly. Tomato paste. Because I don't know what I made last week with tomato paste now that I think about it. I'm not sure what I made. I can tell. I'm going to turn it down on low because I don't need it splattering for right now. I just need this tomato paste to kind of work its way. So yes. Y'all like lasagna? You know, I made chicken lasagna with like veggies. I also made like a vegan lasagna with like what's the name of that? Impossible meat product. It isn't meat, but we all say it's like meat. Hey, love, you can come in. I'm on a live, but you can come in if you want to. Make a lasagna without ricotta cheese. Ricotta cheese. What's wrong?
You already have the noodles and whatever else you need?
Yeah.
So you didn't want to just wait until tomorrow?
No, I'm already making it. My husband likes to wait for things, and I do not. I've said to you guys, patience is not my virtue. It needs to be. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Can you go let Bentley in? I just let him outside. Because he was in here whining. Like, I can't. He was actually in the back room whining in the hallway. Can you just let him out? Let him back in real quick. Thank you. So this doesn't have any seasoning yet, so we're going to put some seasoning in here. So like I said, I like pink Himalayan salt. I would say with this one, be careful. Because it's small but mighty. So, but I haven't put any seasoning on here yet, so I'll taste it after. Small but mighty. Then I'm gonna use some of I love to support our people, so I have this lady. I don't know who she is. What's her name? Maybe I do know her. Tabitha. It's like a little garlic seasoning, and I just season to whatever it looks like it might need. I know that's not a amount, but it is what it is. Hopefully this is open. This is just Italian seasoning. It's always good to get like fresh parsley, but if you don't have any, then it is what it is. I'm gonna leave the salt here because I might need it again. And this is just garlic and parsley. Fresh parsley is always great. I wonder if I have some more left in the refrigerator, because if I do, then I'll add some fresh parsley. Do you know if we still have? Hold on 1 second. Okay, back to what we were doing. So I put some Italian seasoning, some onion. Oh, I haven't put onion powder. Or, yeah, onion powder. Did I open this one yet? Is it open? No, it's not open. Did he go? Okay. Over here just trying to open the onion powder. It doesn't want to let me be, nothing wants to let me be great today. I don't know. Is in the water? What is going on? I don't know. Anywho, so a little bit of onion powder. Oh, let's put this back on. And like I said, you just season to your taste. the salt and the pepper and any type of real like spicy thing is the real thing that you kind of got to make sure you don't go overboard with. But you know, you start off where you are and then you taste. And so for this shouldn't take much longer because it's tomato sauce that somebody else has already made. So you don't really need to do much. You just need to have the flavors good. Make sure everything is well incorporated, and then you're good to go. So I'm gonna put this little top on it and turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna put it on like medium high. Then I'm gonna get out the sugar, Lord Jesus, not the sugar. I'm gonna get out the cheese. And I didn't put any pepper in here, so let me add a little bit of pepper. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes to check my
timer. 10 minutes.
Alexa, stop.
Now.
Alexa, set 12-minute timer to check my sauce.
Check my sauce timer. 12 minutes. Starting now.
I'm looking for the pepper. All right. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of white pepper to this because my ground pepper is doing the most. It won't do it right the way I want it to. So we want to incorporate that pepper into this. But as I was saying, you could make a veggie lasagna. You could make the meatless one with the, what is it called? Oh God, what is the name of it? It's not meat, damn it. I'll think of it later. I probably already said it on this video. Impossible meat, that's what it's called, impossible meat. I believe the redness is like beets. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's like beets. And that's why it looks red. All right, so this is on medium. I'm gonna let that hang out. And like I said, so I have these lasagna and they're oven ready. So really all we're waiting on is this ground beef. I have some Parmesan cheese. I'm not taking out the big cheese yet because it'll start melting and then you won't be able to, it'll just clog together and you don't want that. Now, like I said, you could use regular lasagna, but then that requires for you to like not bake it, but boil it and all of that. See, this hair don't let me be great either, yeah. But I'm still cute. It is what it is. You could use that, but see, I already feel like this pan is too small already. And I'm trying to think, what else could I make? Because I feel like this is too small. I know it is. I know it's too small. So anyways, I don't have ricotta cheese today, but you know, I'm just gonna make it without the ricotta cheese. It just is what it is. I could go to the store and get some ricotta cheese, but I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I don't know what's going on with my lips. So it's, I don't know if y'all can hear it. It's percolating over here, okay? I don't even know. Do I know what percolate means? I feel like it's, Alexa, what does percolate mean?
As a verb, percolate is usually defined as to cause a liquid to pass through a porous body, filter. As a noun, percolate is usually defined as a percolated liquid. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for percolate.
So whatever. I can't take it. Oh shit. All right, so I'm gonna grab the cheese. So whenever, if you decide you want to make, these are the cheeses I'm using. Mozzarella and some mozzarella balls as well. But if you wanted to make it like with chicken or something like that, then you would change, well, I would, to just like a 4 cheese, Lordy, what is wrong with my brain today? White sauce. You can make the white sauce from scratch as well too if you wanted to, but like I said, you don't have to. It's hot. Okay, this back up. But yeah, so I would use white cheese sauce. You can make that from scratch if you want to, but I feel like you could just buy it personally. Any type of Alfredo cheesy sauce. And then you could put spinach in it, which is probably something I would put in it. So spinach, cheese, chicken, and the sauce. Again, you would use onions and things like that to kind of give it some sort of flavor. So I don't think I need this anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this away into the sink. Just need to kind of taste it, and then we'll be on our way to making the lasagna of your dreams. Now, if this isn't enough, which I feel like it is, because no matter what I do, I'm always making too much. I'm always making too much. It's something in me. That's what I say. I think maybe in my other life, I might have been, you know, in somebody's big fat Greek family. I just feel like I was. So I'll be right back. So the lasagna is bubbling again. It's bubbling again. It's getting happy. But always on standby, have an extra can, just in case you feel like, oh, it's not really enough. And I have my oven on 350. Already preheated. Now, all we need to do is put the lasagna, make the lasagna. All right, let's see. What do the instructions say? Because reading is fundamental. Okay, even if I think I know it all, it is fundamental. Okay, wants it to be on 400 degrees. So, which for my kitchen, for my stove, even when I put it on 400, it's still going to, because it wants to balance it out, it's going to make it 350. But it's technically, or no, it's going to make it 375, I believe. So, assembly into a grease pan. See, I already knew it. You're going to put a cup of the meat sauce. Okay. So I'm supposed to put ricotta cheese, but we don't have no ricotta cheese, so we ain't gonna put ricotta cheese. All right. And then we'll just go from there. And it says, I think you cook it for... I think I'm gonna cook mine for like 20 minutes, so we'll see. It's hot. Just stirring and making sure everything is well incorporated. And I'm gonna let it cook for a few more minutes so it can thicken up, because I don't think it's as thick as I want it to be. And I'm gonna give it a little taste so I can go ahead and add more salt if I need to. My little spoon that I had. That's okay. So I'm just gonna give it a little tasty taste. We'll see. It's hot, so you gotta wait. Y'all had smell-o-vision, but y'all don't, and it's okay. Perfecto. What did she say? Can't you see, baby? See, it's perfecto. All right, so I'm just gonna let it cook a little bit longer, and then we will be good to go. Can't you see, baby? See, it's perfecto. All right. So we got our cheese, little small pieces of cheese, and then we have our mozzarella. And we have these little oven ready. So while this, Alexa, stop. So while this is getting happy, while it's baking, I'm gonna make an acai bowl. We'll be making that next. Sure will.
Your check my timer is done.
Alexa, stop. Alrighty. It's too hot. I turned it off. You don't want to get popped. Because I popped myself the other day with some grease and it wasn't okay with me. It was not okay. But at any rate. Don't think, and I hopefully won't need more tomato sauce. So that's my little timer. Basically saying, he's ready, okay? He's ready. Oh, shoot. Oh, I have some comments. Dr. Fizzle Frost says, hey, Chanel. Came by. Oh, I can't see it. Hey, Chanel, came by to like and share your live stream. Hope all is well with you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Who else came down here to say something? Let's see. Anybody? And then Young Drip King. Hey, Chanel's Reality. I love it. I love my people. Appreciate y'all. Okay, so now we have a little ladle here that we're going to utilize to get the sauce, the meat sauce from the pan. Alrighty, here we go. This, I'm supposed to, and this thing is heavy because it has this little heavy KitchenAid thing. It's heavy, so you gotta make sure you don't leave it, put it too, you have to make sure it's stable. Let me just say that. Because if it's not, it will fall all over the floor, and then now you gotta clean up your floor. That's all I'm saying. So unless you want to have to do that. Alexa, stop. Thank you, Alexa. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna lay down some of my pre-made oven ready pasta. Now the pasta don't want to open. See? This is what I'm talking about. I don't know what's happening. Jesus. Today's that day. It is what it is. Whatever. Okay. So I put my sauce down. I have all my little ready-made pasta thingies. Let me clear my throat. I'm going to put something over here so that this doesn't fall. Because I want you guys to be able to see the lasagna being made. Don't look at my boobs. Okay. So now, I gotta wash my hands. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so now have my little lasagna patty thingy. I don't know. That's probably not the right word for it, but whatever. I'm just gonna place these down here. Put a little bit of meat sauce. I know that song, Count on Me. It's been rolling around in my head all day. I wish I could play it right now, but I would get copyright struck. And we're not trying to do that. Nope, we're not. No copyright strikes on Chanel's reality. And please believe, I have had copyright strikes. You're like, what the? Oh, what is happening with my Parmesan cheese right now? Okay, hold on. All right. Parmesan cheese didn't want to act right, honey. I don't know what was going on with Parmesan cheese, but it's okay. It's all good. We can figure it out. So it's these little cubes. Not cubes, but these little dollops of heaven that I like to add to my anything, really. Let's be clear. I like to eat these with tomatoes and cucumbers. Love. And honestly, I'm not even supposed to be eating this because my doctor then got on me about, going on with everything that's going on with my liver. So I'm going to have the smallest amount of this lasagna. And in the future, I don't know. I feel like maybe I might make a seafood lasagna. She ready? Okay. Now we're gonna add some real mozzarella. No matter what I do, I always over cheese it. No matter what. Now, typically people use ricotta cheese because ricotta cheese will help you with the lasagna being standing up and not falling apart. So now I'm going to add more meat sauce. Like I said, make sure if you have a heavy ladle to make sure it's stable because it will fall. And I've had those times when I'm just like, no. It's like that. That would be part of the. What's it called? Be like, no. I'm gonna put some more cheese because why not? Who do I watch it for that? It's somebody I watch, and I can't think of who it is. Oh, it's Mr. Make It Makes. No, it's not Mr. Make It Make Sense. What is it? His name is. Yeah, I can't think. He has a cooking show. Oh, it's called Mr. Make It Happen. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what it is. Everything he make, I'll be like, yup, sure do. He make it so good. Like the only thing that he made this last year. These whipped potatoes, I made them. It was so good. Cause I actually listened to his recipe because I'll be over here doing what the hell I want. I'm just saying, it is what it is. I do. She does. She beats to her own drum. She would be me. Yep, does. Okay, it is what it is. All right. Make sure the meat and the cheese goes to the edges of whatever, even if it's pasta. Because I feel like you kind of use that to make sure whatever the pasta is soft in the end. You don't want those dry spots, right? Right. Now I'm gonna add some more cheese balls. If you're just joining in, these are mozzarella balls. And you can just use whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your boat, but mozzarella to me belongs in lasagna just as much as peanut butter belongs with jelly. Let's just keep it a book. They look like little pillowy margarita, Lord Jesus. Not margarita, marshmallow. That's what they look like. This is food for the soul. If you ever are trying to figure out how to feed a whole ass family, rice, pasta, beans, I'm trying to think whatever else you could use. But anything with pasta and rice and or beans or something like that, it'll get you where you're going. Where you're trying to go. Sure will. Okay. Now, this is what I mean by too much cheese. It is what it is. Child, listen. All right. The last little layer. And I'm going to take one of these and kind of like break it to go along the side. Damn it. It's not all going to break easily, but it's what it is. So what it is, Sharon. Alright. So what I'm going to do with this last part of the meat sauce is I'm going to open up that other can, or if I can find a smaller can, of tomato sauce. This is called Let's Make It Stretch. Yeah, let's make it stretch. Yeah, now let's make it stretch era, okay? So, open this can up. Actually, I think I have some already open in the refrigerator. do. Good Lord. Lord. Who opened this? Who closed this? My question. I don't know. This is our make it stretch era. Because I don't need that whole other big ass can. So because it already tasted good before I added this, I'm going to add a little bit of salt just to make sure everything is sitting right, because we diluted it a little bit. So I'm just add a little tinge of salt while this gets happy. It won't let me go in there. Okay, I guess I gotta shake it again. Remember I said this pink salt is deadly, so don't do too much. We're gonna just put this on here, let that get happy. We're gonna add some Parmesan cheese to this party. It's a happy party. Sure is. I'm not in love with Parmesan cheese, but for the purposes of this video, we're gonna use Parmesan cheese. I'm sure I've gone over my Parmesan cheese limit. I told y'all. So, Chanel's reality, not everybody else's. Put this back in the fridge. Wash my hands one more for the 38th time. All right, I hear you. I want to turn it off. So I've Aqueous. Have y'all tried these? It's really good. Well, it's not super sugary, which is good for me. Because my doctor said I need to eat better. I need to listen. So this is partially you listening. I'm not a good listener. I'm not good at obeying. Lord. I probably was a man in my other life too, because I need people to be on my team, but I don't like to obey. So I want people to listen, but I don't like to listen. I know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure this is good. Stir it up. Yep. It's looking that way, honey. It's looking that way. So now, oh Lord, I'm gonna ladle. This cheese? Yeah, that's cheese. I'm gonna ladle my sauce, my meat sauce. Push some of the sauce over the side so it can go oozing down. Since I have these two last shells, I'm going to, I was going to break them, but I don't feel like breaking them. So we're just going to add some more of our red sauce. Now, I'm just going to pour the remaining tomato sauce. Since everything, for the most part, is already cooked, except for the little pasta shells, then it shouldn't take very long in the oven. I'll do this to just make sure the sauce gets everywhere. You could also add like some 3 cheese sauce and cheese. You could add whatever cheese, but you just need to make sure something you're gonna like. and that it's a melty type cheese. And I feel like there's one other thing. Also, like if you were gonna make like a chicken lasagna, a good cheese would be like pepper jack. In addition to the mozzarella. And I'm so proud of myself that I didn't completely over cheese it. We'll see. We'll see if it's over cheesed in the end. It probably is. Even this is probably too much cheese. But it's Chanel's reality. That's what I said. So here we are. Oh, shit. Yep, this is definitely too much cheese, but you know, it is what it is. It absolutely is what it is. I don't know, something about the bubbling cheese on the edge of the lasagna. It gives me life. Just saying, y'all can tell me if it gives y'all life too. Alright. So I'm just gonna pop this. Hold on 1 second, love. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Sorry guys, my husband asked me a question. So again, with the presentation of it all, you just kind of want to wipe down the edges a little bit, you know, wherever you may have gotten some spaghetti sauce. Let's wipe that down just a little bit. With some rogue cheese. Try to get over on me. All right, so. Now I'm going to pop this into my oven and then clean up. Yum. Oh, I'll probably take a picture from my Instagram before I put it in there. Where's my phone? Okay. Sorry. So we have to do the before and after. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Sorry. Okay. Take off this. All right, here's my lasagna that I'm about to bake in the oven for about 30 minutes or so. Here's my lasagna that I'm about to bake in the oven for about 30 minutes or so. All right, now go ahead and open my oven. You know what? I was gonna put this in the oven, but I just thought about something. I do not want to get any of this cheese into my oven. I don't want it to spew over and then it'll melt and then it'll burn and it'll smell like it's burning. That's not good. I want to protect my oven. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay. All right. So I'm pretty much done with the lasagna. I'm gonna clean out the cabinets and get ready for my acai bowl. Alexa, set 30-minute timer for lasagna.
Lasagna timer, 30 minutes, starting now.
Alexa, set 45-minute timer for lasagna.
You already have a timer called lasagna. Please set a timer with a new name.
Alexa, set 45-minute timer for lasagna Chanel.
You already have a timer called lasagna. Please set a timer with a new name.
Alexa, set 45-minute timer for my baked food in the oven.
Baked food in the oven timer, 45 minutes, starting now.
Why I gotta do all of that? Why? Anyway, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I'm gonna clean up my little mini mess that I made. Yeah, I'm that girl. And I could use my Scrub Daddy, but I don't feel like it. Or Scrub Mama. Were y'all around when they did that? Did y'all watch that episode of Shark Tank where Scrub Daddy came on there and he made Scrub Daddy, and literally it's now everywhere, I believe. Like, I know it's in Walmart for sure, but I feel like I've seen it in other little places as well. And I like my little method, and then my Clorox wipes, but I'll save the Clorox wipes for later. Wash my hands for the 39,000 times. Okay, I can't help myself. So I'm gonna get one of these. One of these Clorox wipes. I know, I'm a little bit crazy, but you know, like I said, it's my reality. So it is what it is. Yep. Alright, now we're gonna move this little studio. I guess I could just leave it here and run myself over. So I have my little acai bowl that I get from not Home Goods, Lord Jesus. What's that place my husband loves to go? Costco. Here are all of my acai bowl ingredients. So, I remember seeing these in the store. They're called pitas. I guess that's Spanish or French, but these are sunflower seeds. That's all it is, really. And I'm like, so if I had sent somebody, then they would have been confused. This is one of my favorite granolas. I like goji berries. I add this one to the bottom because it's thicker, but I also like the taste of it. I have some blueberries. I've already washed and cleaned. And then some honey and strawberries. I have some pineapples as well. And then some new strawberries my husband just bought. So I'm not gonna use this. I just used it for the purposes of this video to put everything together in one little small package. So while the lasagna is baking away and doing its magic, I'm gonna come over here and make my acai bowl. Yep. All right, so we're gonna start with this little pre-made acai bowl. Like I said, my husband got from Costco, but I think nowadays you can get them from like Whole Foods and different other locations like that. Okay. So I have my little acai. It's already in here. It has fruit, but to me, that fruit ain't the best fruit, so I get my own fruit. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off my strawberries. I'll let those drain. All right, so, the only thing I need really is to cut up the strawberries. Need a little cutting board for the strawberries. Everything else is basically ready. And the pineapples, I forgot. That's what I needed this for. Pineapples. So I love fresh pineapple. So I'm gonna grab some fresh pineapple from out of here. I don't like the way that one looks, so we won't use that one. And I don't need a ton of pineapple, but okay. Some pineapple. Now where's my really good knife? I'm gonna do a really good knife. Let's see. I did something with my really good knife. Ah. Okay, here's my other really good knife. My other really good knife. Oh shit, I don't have banana. What am I gonna do? I used all my banana. Oh my god. I think I only have this banana left. So I have to use this. Aww. Let's see if it could be rescued. Okay. It could be rescued. I know, I'm so extra. So I'm rescuing this banana. I know it doesn't look the greatest, but like I told y'all earlier, bananas, that the uglier they get, the sweeter they are. So we're just gonna use, the little ugly banana. That's it. That's all. Yep, we're gonna use this little ugly one. That's gonna be what it's gonna be, honey. Yep. Sure is. Okay. Lordy. Okay, let me get one more napkin. Because I know I'm gonna need one. This is ugly. Okay. So like I said, start with the granola. So here's my little frozen acai bowl. I'm gonna put this granola on here. All right, so I'm gonna put a little good amount of granola. And since it's frozen right now, it'll give me time to do other things that I need. So here's the granola. Oh, and then I guess I want to chop the banana or the fruit first. Okay. So what I've learned with the banana part of the acai bowl is to make them not very small, but very slender. And then they'll look pretty, okay? So if you want your acai bowl to look pretty and not disjointed, like probably my first set of acai bowls, then you want to go through this process slowly. Or you can get you one of those things I've noticed at the places that I like to go to get acai bowls. They have like one little thing. I think they use them at Jamba Juice too, and it just cuts the bananas all at once, uniform. And be careful with this type of banana, because remember I told you it's sweet because it's older. So that means it's going to be softer. So it'll be the knife will go through it very easily, is really what I'm getting at. All right. So I'm going to have my little bananas in my little banana pouch. So I'm going to take this as much as I probably can and try to spread it very pretty. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but we're gonna try. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So see, it all worked out. Yep, all worked out. All right. It only has banana, so it'll be fine. All right. So now for the strawberries. I'm not gonna put a ton of strawberries. I'm gonna use smaller strawberries because I don't feel like I want a lot or need a lot. Because I don't love the strawberry. I love strawberries. I just don't love them as much as I love the banana. So I'll put less strawberries and more banana. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna cut these little strawberries. I haven't quite figured out how I should actually put the strawberries on the acai bowl. I haven't figured that part out yet. I don't know if I should be laying them in the same type of manner that I would lay the bananas. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing, making them smaller, cutting them fine. Okay, we'll try that. My husband's like, when the lasagna gonna be ready? Child, don't get me started on him. Love me some him, but don't get me started. So I'm gonna try to make these thin. Lots of people don't know what an acai is, or an acai bowl. I didn't learn what it was until we went to Hawaii, but I was in my little, I told y'all I could be a bit of a food snob, and I'm like, if it don't look right, I don't know what that is, and I don't want to buy it, and then I don't like it. Type of mindset. That's the type of mindset I had, and I regret that because I'm pretty sure those would have been better. Because we on the island of Hawaii, honey. I don't want these two in there. So I'll just eat those. Space. Yummy. Yeah, they're sweet. Yay to the hubby. Okay. Those are yummy. Okay, so I'm gonna cut some of the banana. The pineapple. And this is fresh pineapple. Key thing to know about your fruit: it should die. It shouldn't be able to sit on your cabinet for 22 weeks. Okay, I'm just being honest. The fruit should die. When our grandparents were here, the fruit died. I'm just saying. And pineapple seems to die pretty quickly. Well, most fruit. That's how you know they've modified it some sort of way. If it doesn't die, it should be dying pretty swiftly. So I'm just saying. I think I'll make these a little bit smaller too. It's almost like, feels like it's art making the acai bowl. Yummy. Yummy in my tummy. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm eating while I'm making, and it is okay because it's for me. Okay. So I already put some of my regular granola, which is this nature grain. I put this one first because it's thicker and it'll stand up to the test of time with the acai. Okay. Now this is my favorite one. I'm gonna put some of my pumpkin seeds. I'm gonna add some of these pumpkin seeds to this little mix. And add some coconut. Some people don't like coconut, but I do. So. But I prefer like the dried shaved ones better, because these are like condensed milk or something like that. So I don't need to really add much more sweetness here. So put those right there in the middle. Now I'm gonna add some blueberries. And blueberries are another berry that Alexa, stop. I mean, not Alexa. I've already washed these blueberries. Oh, my thing is about to die. I need to get a charger here ASAP. All right. So I'm gonna put some of my blueberries over here. And then I'm gonna add my vanilla. And last but not least, some goji berries. And goji berries have a little bit of tartness to them, but I love the color that they bring and the texture that they bring to the party. So just for a little remix, if you're just now joining the party, I made an acai bowl. This is one of my favorite granolas, but for some reason, it's $10. I can't understand why. These are goji berries. I also put blueberries. And at the bottom, where the acai is, I put some of this crunchy Nutri-Grain granola, because it's a little tougher, so it could stand the test of time. I put some coconut shavings, and some pitas, which are really sunflower seeds. is what I put in there. And then the last ingredient, one of the most important ingredients, is honey. And since it's been sitting over here next to the stove where I have my lasagna that I made earlier, so you should go and watch that video once it uploads. I'm gonna put this in the freezer real quick so it doesn't come out so easily. I just want it to firm up a little bit, and then I'll just put up my other items in the fridge. Strawberries. Oh, I put the strawberries. Blueberries. Okay. Here you go. Put the blueberries out. It's because once I'm done, I don't feel like cooking again. Okay? Or cleaning up. So I just try to get everything out together and put away. So that way I don't have much cleaning to do when I'm done. And you know, you could make, like, if you don't like blueberries, you're allergic to pineapple, you don't like certain granolas or whatever, you can certainly pick out whatever ones you like the best. Some people put peanut butter, which I actually like. I just don't want to pay for the peanut butter when I'm there at the acai bowl place, because food is already $900 just for $30 worth of food. Is all I'm saying. So, at any rate, also I think it's a good idea, and I like to do this like when you go to like Home Foods, Lord Jesus, you go to like Whole Foods or someplace like that. I just want y'all to be able to see the acai bowl while I'm talking to you. But if you go to like not Home Goods, Lord Jesus, Whole Foods, then, you know, a place like that, they always want to overcharge you, in my opinion. And I just be like, why? Why y'all, like, I know if I go to Saks Fifth Avenue, I'm about to get overcharged for the Louis Vuitton, for the Chanel, or whatever. I already know. I know I sound like a oxymoron by feeling a type of way about my food costs and not a type of way about my Givenchy shoes. It is what it is. Or my Chanel, whatever. Listen, like I said, it's Chanel's reality. I'm Chanel, this is my reality. So I'm trying to let the honey firm up a little bit because it was on the back of the stove, and so it melted. It got like real, like melty. I don't know, could you melt honey? Well, anyways, it's not as thick of a consistency that I want. So I'm just trying to let it do its thing. And in the meantime, and in between time, did I put up all my other stuff? Yeah. I just need to. So how's y'all Saturday going? Y'all like making food, or y'all want to cook? Y'all want someone else to cook y'all food, like my husband and my sister. And I swear to you, my sister really be thinking, real talk. Hold on. I really do think, real talk, she really thinks I'm like her cook or her chef or something. Because she'd be like, hey, are you going to make you going to make me some ceviche? Hey, you going to make me some this, and I'm like, girl, do you not have 2 hands and 2 feet? Like, I don't understand. Like, why do I have to be the one way? Well, I do understand, because she cook everything on high, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, sis, that is not the way. Or she just be burning up. She is who she is. She burnt up something. It was like, okay, so next time I won't be making this. I just let my sister make it. I don't even remember what it was. But whatever it wasn't difficult to make. But, you know, she is who she is too. Let me see if I have any comments to read. No, I don't have any additional comments. But thank you to Dr. Shay, or no, Dr. Fizzle Frost, a warrior spirit. Yes, thank you to her. Thank you to everybody tuning in to Chanel's Reality. I really appreciate you guys' support. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 people. What the heck? What's happening? Okay. Child. I don't know what just happened. I have no idea. I have no idea what just happened, where this music just came from. All of a sudden, like, what we doing? All right, so I'm gonna get the honey. Hopefully the honey's done. Yeah, it's almost there. All right. So, looks like we have about 21 minutes left on the lasagna. So, oh, I need to do this at the same time. All right, so now I'm gonna pour the honey. And listen, I pour generously because I like the honey, and it ain't changing over here. You could also use, what's the name of that other acai? It's not acai. It's called something else. I can't remember what it's called. But it's like honey, agave. You could use agave as well. So this is my acai bowl. Turn around for the people. Yeah, see? Yep. It's good for the heart. Good for the soul. All right, guys, and then I'll turn this around so you guys can get a good, see? Yummy in my tummy, honey. I know, I need to get my nails redone. Don't talk about me. It is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna come back in a few minutes once the lasagna's done. So I'm gonna eat my little acai bowl, and then once the lasagna is done, I'm gonna come back and make a new video of the lasagna, and you guys are gonna love it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. I will talk to you guys in probably about 35 minutes when I get ready to take the lasagna out. Plus, it says I have 5 minutes left, or 5% on this iPhone. I mean, on this, what is it called? iPad. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture on my iPad. I really like the way that looked. Can I take a picture like this? I don't know if it's gonna let me. I don't think it will. See you guys later.